Hey, welcome back, guys, to my Gym Friends podcast. Today, we're talking about good and bad hair, see if I can. Obviously, because for those of you who are watching, you can see I have a full-on afro just for you, because I don't trust my curly hair to go out too long or to stay out too long. I don't mess around. I do. If it's in its natural state, I try to put it in a ponytail or do something so that I don't have to be like, is everything okay?
It has a life of its own.
It does have a life of its own. But before we get into it, we gotta do our girlfriend check-in.
Oh yeah, that's me.
How things going?
Everything's going well. Let's see. Update on the kids. Autumn she was casted as Princess Jasmine.
Yes.
So that's coming up. All we hear her sing is Aladdin songs, Princess Jasmine throughout the entire house.
I love it.
Her brothers are used to it, which is good. And I was like, God, my baby can sing. And Logan's like, I can hear her in the shower every day singing. I said, okay, here we go. Logan's doing well. Basketball tournament. He's excelling in that. Just waiting for him to have his nice growth spurt, which is coming. And then Gavin, he's my little techie guy, my little lefty, and he did a whole tournament on Roblox with him and his friends. Like him and his other friend kind of organized that. So they have
millions of dollars in that.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Millions.
Yeah. So he did a little Roblox tournament. So Michael's doing well. I'm doing well. Found my new home at the gym, Alpha Training, which I'm loving. Definitely pushes me a lot harder as far as like with the squat rack, just things that I normally wouldn't do, that we used to do all the time. So kind of just pushing me out of my comfort zone, which is nice. But yeah, that's all that's new over here. Everything else is good.
Okay. Well, I sure miss you. I ain't messing with that alpha rack though, because these omega knees can't get Well, first we want to celebrate everything and everybody. So that these are just, I just want to make it 100% clear. These are just our little stinking views, ideas, thoughts. But we appreciate everyone and all people and all beauty before we get all into it. But I want to talk about like the myths about hair. One of the things you rocked my world on, was it 2 months ago?
Yeah, so this is kind of how the topic came up. Is Liz posted on her Instagram story, whatever, wash your scalp, condition your hair. And I was like, wait, what? I've been conditioning my whole head, wondering why I got a big old grease spot here that comes up 2 days later. Yes. Because I'm putting the conditioner right here, which I have changed right now. I've changed, but maybe we could.
But also with black hair, it's the same thing. Well, but we would also be told like you need to condition every part of it because our hair can get so dry, and that's why we use like oil, like the oil and the conditioner, and then you comb it out, and then like all these different layers to making sure, even especially before like I would get Terrence's hair braided up. There's so much oil and conditioner, making sure I can comb it out too.
In the shower.
So, but I mean, it looks pretty. So come on out. It's combed out. Go ahead and come out because it's so much easier to tame in my brain.
Well, we have to clean our scalp because that's where our hair is coming from. So your scalp has to be in a good, in good shape because that's where your hair is coming from. All this hair that is visible is dead. So if it's not in your scalp, that's the live part. This is all dead hair. Wow. Yeah. So every visible hair is dead. So I condition from the ponytail down.
Yeah.
Because if you all conditioner has oil in it. So if you want to prolong your hairstyle that you do, you wouldn't want to condition all this. It's going to get greasier faster.
But is that good for coarser, curlier hair?
Coarser hair, like you would want your oil because you tend to be drier. Thicker hair. So thinner hair, you would need to wash often because it will get greasier faster. People with thicker hair, they can prolong their.
Yeah.
I've taught mine because I used to get greasier faster. So it was a process to have those 2 days in between to wash. It was like I can cook bacon off my fucking hair. Sorry, it was so greasy. But now I could get 1 day, 2 days in between, and then a day.
Yeah, I don't mess around. When you flat iron my hair or when you blow it out, I don't touch it for at least a month, like 4 weeks. I can get out of that blowout. But I never did. If I wasn't working out, but even when I work out and you flat iron it, I will come home and maybe hit a little bit of the blow dryer with the edge, and then I keep it moving. I never have washed my hair a bunch. Even when it's curly, I might hit it with some water because I was always told that it's fragile when it's wet.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put my hair in a tight ass ponytail when it's wet because you're pulling it so tight, and this is like your hairline gonna be back here soon if you keep doing that. Like because it's pulling and pulling.
Okay.
And pulling. I would never wear my hair wet at bedtime, even if you're wearing the loosest, silkiest scrunchie. It's still pulling in the same position. Okay. And I've seen girls with their hairline back here because it's like they constantly tighten it, pull it straight back. Ugh. I'm like, girl,
so those ponytails are a day period.
Like just be cautious. Like, okay, I need to take this down tomorrow. Maybe wear it in downward style.
Because that's definitely a style right now for the kids.
Yeah,
like the slicker the ponytail was. I mean, Sade came out, and
that was me when I was little.
Yeah,
to be her.
Always in a ponytail.
I had a client come in. She always like so tight, right back here, same position all the time. You take her hair apart, all the hair around in the middle of this area, this short. Wow. And all this was long. Because she like grabbed it and all this was getting so broken from how tight that ponytail was. And I was like, did you get a drug test? Did you why is it this short? Right. I was like, you need to calm down, put it in a clip, maybe a claw clip, stop tightening it so hard. I mean, that thing was wrapped and wrapped. Yeah. And wrapped. I was like, calm down, let it go. Wear it down tomorrow, put it up sometimes, do whatever you can do, like not always.
Like letting it breathe.
Yes, it was so. I was like, girl, there's like no hair. It was this short, but all here.
That's similar to black women when we get braids. And I remember when I was in college, is it micro?
Oh my God, the micro.
And you could see some girls' edges were screaming.
Yeah,
it's painful.
Pulling.
Right.
Yes. And I remember getting braids, and it felt like, especially that first day, my scalp was on fire.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. You almost sucked it up back then. Like, oh no, this is a style. Like everyone's doing it. We're fine. Everything's fine.
But I still think that braids hurt. I still think
that
braids are hurting. I still think that because I know that's
you got to get up in there.
Yeah. And in order for it to last, it has to be super tight. And I think that also somebody knows that they're breaking it out. That's where edge control came from. And all these little baby hairs, the designs on the baby hairs. It's like, well, I don't want to scoop it up because they're breaking out. So let me do something else. Just a shout out to all my little black girls out there. You guys are so smart. You are so creative. You I saw a problem and I fixed it. I wish we would have been the millionaires that created the edge control
and the little brush to go with it.
And the little brush to go with it. But I just saying, like, they saw a problem, they're trying to fix it. But is the edge control helping it?
Well, it's letting that not be pulled. Like, that's cool that you're letting that breathe and come out.
Yeah.
Don't pull it back anymore. If it's getting short, let it go.
Leave it alone.
Let it go. And I like Autumn, she lets her braids out for a day or two.
She does. Yeah.
Like you let it breathe.
Yeah.
Do your natural state.
Absolutely.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Wash it, do whatever, let it go, let it be crazy, and then
in between braids, always for us.
Just let it.
I keep Taryn's hair in braids because she's just the sporty spice. But
I want to do it.
But she don't want me to do it. she don't want me up in there because I want to change. And, she's like, Mom, I'm gonna be late, and I'm like, well, wait, hold on 1 second. But we let those braids out, and her curls pop for at least a week.
See, that's so good.
Because I feel so bad. You know what I mean? I look at her scalp and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I only did braids once, only because of you, Janet.
Yes.
Because you and Pac did it for me. I will never fall in with you again.
I had braids once. Lasted me a whole
24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
I snapped those things after that party. I was like, unravel in the car. It was so bad. It hurt.
It hurt.
So bad. I did not sleep the first night. They were so bad. The second night, I was like, oh, they move. Okay, we could put it up a little.
Nope.
Yeah, it was like 48 hours. But then I snapped them all off in the car.
Do
after
you
that party.
think it's because of the texture? The texture of the hair can't hold
That
I
much.
think it's like
that much weight.
how
Or
tight it is on the scalp. Like,
Yeah.
can we like pull it down a little? Why is it gotta be like?
Yeah.
To your scalp.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
point.
don't move at
Yeah,
first
that's
until they grow like
That's
a minute.
true. That's true. You
Like,
didn't
they
well,
didn't
knotless
move.
didn't.
Knotless, but
Knotless,
before,
that's-
remember when you had like box braids
Yes,
or
back
whatever?
in the
It
day.
was literally that big knot at the
Yeah.
top. I mean,
Yes.
there was very little.
There was no
movement
wiggle
to
room.
none.
Because I think if I waited like a week, okay,
It
they would
would've come
have
down a
given
little bit.
down a little. I
Yeah.
was like, woo.
You said
I was like, oh my god, my head is
On fire.
burned. I was like, take them out. I don't know how people do this
Yeah.
for
hard.
weeks and weeks. Oh no
Mhm.
way,
Mm-hmm.
it was rough.
Is it true if you cut your hair, it grows faster?
Okay, yes, I always put all my clients on. You're either coming 3 times a year, like 3 times or 4 times, so every 3 months or every 4 months, right?
Mhm.
Because I feel like if you wait a year, your split ends are just getting more split, more split,
So
more
it's
split,
breaking
more split.
higher up.
So you're gonna have to get a bigger haircut.
Mhm.
So this is all gonna be fine and stringy, and I'm gonna have to bring it up back to the weight line where it all is, where the weight line
So
is.
wait, the weight line, meaning that your hair has a natural length.
Yes, like all your hair is like when I bring it down, and then all this is fine and stringy, like
It's see through.
yeah, like see through, because all
Yeah.
the weight is up here. I cut it up to that weight line.
So what I'm saying is naturally, you hear
Mhm.
what you understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying is like naturally
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
hair has a natural length
Like
that it
mine.
should be.
Yes.
Mine is here. Because
It
she knows
won't, yeah.
once mine starts growing, my hair is thin. You can see through all here.
Yeah.
So that's why she
So
brings it back.
like,
up.
I need a trim
naturally,
now.
this is where God said, boom,
That's it.
it needs to hit at the neck.
You can go look in the 90s. My haircut was this.
Uh-huh.
It's been
Or even shorter.
It got like
sometimes.
this.
and it was see through.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
very stringy.
So
Mhm.
everyone has a natural hair
Yeah.
length that they just should be at.
Yeah, because I feel like right now I need a trim
Mhm.
because obviously I was pregnant and you
She's
don't
baby.
shed as much. So
Yeah.
now it's gonna start like
Yeah.
falling out,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna need like 2 inches
Chop.
off this thing.
So like so
'Cause
my
it
hair is
hits-
not naturally the length that it was when you first cut it. Like down my back, this is the length.
Oh, I feel like you needed a real big trim when I
Okay.
first did your hair. Oh yeah, you
Well, I
could've-
mean, you did.
Yeah,
6
like
inches.
here,
It was-
yeah.
Wow.
So
you could
so,
sit there at the like top bra strap.
Okay.
You could sit there.
Mhm.
But where it was at my waist,
No,
that's not where.
And
it
does
is.
that change over time? Like as you get older, does that natural part of your hair get shorter? Does it change?
well, I think the older you get, the thinner your hair will get.
Mhm.
Naturally, women are like here, which
Mhm.
sucks because I know like
Yeah.
for my mom, she has to part a certain way because it looks fuller on this side than that side. So I feel like she has to wear it shorter
Mhm.
because then it looks like strings. She has like not a lot of hair. She's 60. So I'm like, you can't have hair like here. You have
Doesn't
to have
work.
hair here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it looks fuller, or you're
Yeah.
gonna look like you have like little strings.
But there are scalp. I went to one of those places where
camera.
you get the scalp done, and it helped. Like I had this widow peak. It's mostly gone from
Oh wow.
one time I went, but it I don't know what it's called, where they kind of get it to the root to kind of learn
Yeah, I
to
forget. Like
grow
activate
again
it.
or activate.
Yeah. Because
And-
that's a new thing.
That is so cool.
And I don't know a lot about it. Like, there's a girl at my salon that has a whole separate private room that she's doing that camera, looking at the follicles on your
Oh, I
scalp.
didn't know
It's like super. That's something new.
I
Yeah.
might need
So
to try
then
that.
I didn't do
the
that.
scalp
Mm.
treatment places
It's
with
just-
that ring.
That's what I went
Yeah.
to.
So they do like
Cool.
this thing and this
It's
camera
water.
looking at like your
Wash your hair.
follicles and all the buildup on your skin, like the
Mhm.
skin.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about that. That's super new.
Yeah.
And then they do like treatments based on what they saw.
Oh,
Mine was
that's
a little
cool.
less than that, but yes. So mine
Okay.
was just like they wash your hair, they kind
That's
of
what I thought it
activate
was.
it,
Mm-hmm.
but that is newer. But
Mhm.
that was like even just nice, relaxing to like.
Right, a
Well, I
scalp
wanted to
treatment.
do
That's
that.
what I wanted to do. I
I
was
like
like,
that.
That
let's
lady,
go.
they gotta
That's
look at somebody
new.
else's scalp because clearly this ain't mine. So
Yeah.
whose
Whose
follicles
scalp?
they
you're like,
looking
this
at?
is great. They look at
I don't
yours,
know
they're
whose
like,
follicles they checking out, but
they're like, this is
Like,
nice. You got the
looks
most
healthy to
perfect-
me.
Somebody over in India.
Correct.
Congratulations, ladies.
Yeah, I'm looking like Pocahontas, but under here I'm looking like Cleo. Who said it all? Straight cornrows, straight back.
That's
So let's
funny.
talk about that though. You know what again, I mean, I'm a black woman. Obviously, I
Yeah.
grew up with wigs and weave and falls. My mom used to call it a fall. It's a fall. All the time in our house. Like my mom had little like heads with all of her stuff. Listen, she was about it with her closet and with the purses and the hats and the gloves and all that. Okay, Martha Lewis. But one of my girlfriends, really close, is a white lady, blonde hair, blue eyes. My boo. She got extensions, and I was like, "Hold up!" And I wanted so badly to be like, "Can we part?"
Let me get
look?
a picture.
I want to see
Good.
because I mean, the sewing and all of that. She didn't have she had like these clips in her hair, little tiny clips. Now, prior to her, I had only seen one other lady, and I was like, no, ma'am. No, she had like some things that
you could see them.
I was like, oh no.
I've seen some bad.
It was bad, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this is just probably for black women. Like, I think y'all need to not do this. But these beads that were clicked in, I was like, girl,
Amazing.
you're looking,
They're
phenomenal. She had her strip of hair. I was like, okay, girl, you are a new you, baddie.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I know that black women do obviously influence beauty and how we can lean forward into anything. Like, but these new hair beads, tell me, like, how does that whole thing, is it very similar? Is it that you're sitting there weaving it in? Is it real hair? Like, you don't have to break down black women weave to me. I got it.
You're like, we don't put a
no. Listen, when I wanted my hair to grow longer, I went and got weave put in so that my hair would, because I thought that my hair was going to grow to the weave length.
Okay.
That's what I was told. So I did it and got my hair all the way down to my waist, to my
Because you weren't messing with the hair that was put apart.
I mean, really then I really wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was really even like conscious of how I worked out and what I did. I was like, if my scalp is going to sweat, I'm not in this today.
Here had to do with
I'm not living for this. So we'll be doing something else because my weave was expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it was damn near a car note. And I was okay with it because
like
you couldn't tell me nothing
$1,200
with it down my back because it changes your life.
Yeah.
It changes how you feel about yourself. But the is that new? The beading,
the bead, and then they sew it onto your hair. Yes, that's a newer thing.
I think it was like a machine. She said it was like
It's almost like a little glue thing, or
there's
like
certain things. So there's
clamp.
beaded, and you sew through the beads. Those are keratin bond.
So why do you do the
individual
beads? Is because the hair is so fine.
Yeah, like there's these strips where you sew in like a whole weft.
Yeah, that's how black
Then
women
there's
do it.
the individual keratin bonds, which I think just takes a lot longer. They're saying the keratin is good for your hair.
So it's
like
almost
it's not
adding lashes, like individual.
individual.
Oh,
and instead
okay,
of
so then
sliding
what's the
as they
bead?
grow.
The whole weft is on a track of beads. So like they take 1-inch sections of your hair. There's a bead, and then they put a weft. And so
it's almost like our old school
Without
so they
braiding.
would do a braid, like
and then
a
we'll
row,
sew it
and then sew it
to the
through.
bead.
God,
Okay.
so
and
long
that is
ago.
like a
Yeah.
whole lash extension regimen. They come every 6 weeks. They move it up because that track
It's growing out.
grows with your hair. So then
it's
they
like
move
a-
it up.
It's like a refill.
They move it up.
Yeah.
So and there's only so many. You don't have to use as much hair. There's like it's one at your temples and then one down here.
Do they reuse it?
They can reuse that. There's a girl that sits across from me. She uses this 2 tracks of hair for a whole year. Darker hair doesn't shed as fast as blonde hair, so the blonde girls are getting it like twice a year. Fresh hair.
Oh.
Dark hair lasts longer, and it's cheaper.
We're all like, wow.
Yeah, the blonde haired girls, they're paying a lot of money for that.
I'm sure.
Hair.
Yeah.
And the darker haired girls,
They
they can last longer. She used that thing for a whole year, moved it up.
That sounds amazing.
And didn't have to buy a whole new set of hair for a whole year.
Dang.
See, I don't think that's really. I mean, I think I ended up having to buy new hair each time.
Every time.
Wow. Oh, that could be the stylist.
Say it louder.
Oh,
Say it with
yeah.
your chest.
That could be the stylist. Because there is a stylist over there that says you gotta get new hair every time, and I'm like,
Because it costs more, and they got it. Yeah, I get it.
mhm. I'm like,
Business.
And that's where you just go to wigs, girl. You get a couple
You
of
like-
them, just leave them joints up there, little heads. Boop, 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 boop.
you're like
Who
straight.
don't want to be
curly.
today?
Do you name your wigs?
I do.
I have
you?
a friend that does too.
Mhm. It depends. Do you want something short and curly? Do you want something long and wavy? Do you want wet and wavy, long, jet black? Like, what do you? Yeah.
How
So
you
Michael gets
feeling?
girlfriends.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He's like,
Yes.
that's
Spice it up.
No, I'm
that
telling you,
seems easy.
but
as
that's
hell.
to me, honestly. I mean, when you've been married for a long time,
Yeah, switch it up.
that is a really good
Mhm.
way
He's
to
like, girl, you look so good with that.
to freshen some things up. I
She
mean,
said, "Hey, Meg."
I've been married a long time,
Man.
and I can just tell you that not that I've spent a bunch of money on them, but there's been a few where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna just see.
Little
Switch it up a
different.
little bit.
A little different.
I remember, listen, and my little, I did one time when my little dog was here, and my little dog, I came out the room, and our little dog was like, like straight to
You're my mama.
Scare the damn dog.
and I'm trying to be sneaky, and all the kids are like, what's going on? And I was like trying to just call Sean up, and I was like, never mind.
The dog don't like it. No one gonna like it.
It was over. I was like, oh, God.
The dog said, nope.
That
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna
yeah,
recognize
that's
me.
hilarious. Listen, there was no sneaking on that Sunday morning. I was like, shit,
That
that was a mess. I was
Just kidding.
yeah, yep,
Throw it
yes,
away.
yeah. Thought I was
ready
gonna
to
do
get
something
away just
sneaky.
because of these damn grays that keep coming in
That's
quicker
what I
and
think. Isn't
quicker.
it?
I've
Is
accepted.
it easy?
It's
Uh-uh.
easy because
They're
literally
coming
I just went the other day, just got my hair washed, conditioned, and
Yep.
cornrowed again. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm graying underneath here, but I'm not dyeing it because you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just throw one on.
I've given
I'm
Yeah.
about to get
Just
away.
throw one on.
yeah.
I just want to
No,
try.
I feel like I feel like I would probably love it so much that I would never do my hair ever again.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
because truly I have so much hair. That's the only
Mhm.
reason. And I think that once I do start to thin, I will probably go to something
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
and cut it short
Yeah.
and be a like a distinguished older lady, but I'm gonna be able to throw my wigs on.
Mhm.
But here's the
Right.
thing is that
Sure.
a good wig costs what? Between what and what?
So you could start at 700 and go up from there.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
that's
did
exceptions.
find it's going to be a shameless plug, but Love Me Hair,
Okay.
right here.
I'll take one.
Phenomenal. They have great pricing. They have great deals. I think normally I pay like $350. I never paid over $400 for
Okay.
the wigs that I currently have.
Are they local?
No, girl, I found them on Instagram.
Okay.
And usually
And
I
they're
don't, but I
like-
tried one and then I kept getting more and more, and
Yeah.
I just love them. They're
Good.
easy. They're light.
What does the care look like for a wig?
Literally, I take this joint off and put it right on back on the little head thing. I do still curl it if
Yeah,
I
you
need
can
to. Wash it. You can blow dry it. Like
Mhm,
everything
real
that you
hair.
normally do. Like I came in there and got a couple of my wigs curled by Liz.
And
Because I
snatched
wasn't-
off
I
her
didn't-
daughter's hair.
Oh my God, I had 2 wigs that I needed curled. So I had Autumn wear one wig in and I wore one wig in.
Yeah.
But I didn't secure it on Autumn. So as Liz is like going like this, the wig just shifted back.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
Liz was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, it's okay, it's fine.
That
The
was
women were
so
probably
funny.
shocked in the
They were
salon
like,
if they
"Damn."
see like you just scalp, you know.
Scalped Autumn's hair.
Poor Autumn.
She
Poor
scalped
Autumn.
the client right in front of
That
us.
was so funny.
Yeah, so you could wash, curl, blow dry.
Hey,
whatever you
there's a
need.
business right there though.
Mhm.
Oh,
Just
yes.
to freshen
Just the
up
wigs.
Kits,
a
yep.
wig.
Yeah,
So
you see
you
that
wash
happen.
it and curl it and blow dry it and do all of it.
Yep.
Do it all.
Some girls at this
And
one
that's
drop
the
off.
difference between getting
Oh.
a good and a good wig and a cheap wig because you cannot do that.
Correct. It'll be like
With
stiff
synthetic.
as a board. Like,
Yeah,
You're
you
not
can't
doing
do that with
anything
Oh,
with
you
synthetic
had
hair.
this?
You've
Yeah.
seen those.
oh
I've
my
seen those.
God.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Sometimes I
synthetic.
just want to be like, girl, go on Instagram. Like,
Yeah,
This
you
is
can't.
good.
Well,
Look.
they knot up. It's the same thing with synthetic hair though.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It
Now,
and it
I
cuts your hair.
remember getting braids and then burning the ends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fake.
I was like,
you
I-
have to keep it to
I was
stay.
like, what
Then
is happening? Why are you burning my hair?
But now it's hot water.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
we
it
do
stops-
hot water
yeah.
to curl. It's
What
interesting.
hair? What hair was that, y'all? That it was melting.
It was plastic
synthetic.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it
so
probably was.
plastic
Like,
that
no,
that-
Nobody
good for us.
thought that something was wrong with that.
well, and the
That's what you
braids
do.
I think cut your hair. Like that
It
plastic does cut your hair. So
Yeah.
when you
It's rough.
when I can remember again my one time I took out so much of my
Mhm.
own hair taking
Yeah.
that hair out. But you're talking about
It was so hard.
I mean that's got to be 30 years ago
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
It's
I
Come a
don't
long way.
I was 3 when that happened, and
I know that's
like
right.
all that hair came
She's
out.
like,
all
I'm bald.
all that hair
like, that's
came
mine.
out.
This is.
Mhm.
I was,
Yeah.
and you could feel it, but I remember burning it, and it would bubble like
Yes,
plastic.
and then they
Yeah.
squeeze it.
Yep.
And I think a lot of synthetic would be like the funky colors.
Now
if you
it is.
wanted
Yeah.
something funky, the
Cotton
glitter
candy,
strand.
yeah, the cotton candy, yeah.
So
Unicorn.
then you would want like the
Oh, yeah.
synthetic hair
Yes.
because that's all that
I
It's
remember
colorful
when
stuff.
we were little getting the beads at the end. You couldn't tell us nothing.
Oh yeah.
Girl, but
And
them
you
things
sway,
swing,
and
that
you-
shit hit your
Hurt
face. You be like,
you.
ah!
Oh my
Listen,
god.
when Alicia came out, you guys can tell me I had and I braided my own hair,
Oh wow.
Cute.
and
that
I
was
would get
it.
it done like I was in prison every week, and I would put my beads in.
The whole day.
It would take me the whole day. My girlfriend Danielle, shout out to Danielle, and we would put the wooden beads, and I'd have to soak them in water so that the
Mhm.
hair could get through,
Oh.
so the wood would expand all day.
Wow.
You can tell me I was falling in love again. Listen, I was a real man. I mean, a real woman in love with a real man, and because he saw my worth.
Every lyric.
That's
So
every
Alicia-
lyric.
So
Alicia.
when you said blonde hair, is there a texture difference between hair colors?
Yep. Well, you swell the hair. Like if I do a bleach touch up on a
Mhm.
blonde girl, it swells up their hair. So it's
What
a
do you
little
mean?
thicker.
It does?
Oh, does
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it swells their. But like Japanese hair, each of their strand is thicker than my hair. Like
Wow.
each of their individual is way thicker. Like Japanese
Mhm.
straight dark hair.
So Asian hair is
Yes, that one strand is way
It's-
thicker
it's
than my
thick,
one strand.
Which makes sense.
Mhm.
Because I have a lot of thin hair. It's not like
But-
super thin, but it's just a lot of thin
Right.
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, so darker. But if you bleach someone's hair, it swells it up a little.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it swells
never
up this cuticle a little.
So the
It's cool.
gray hair though.
Oh,
That's a
Yes.
whole. It's a different texture.
Right.
It doesn't lay
All
down.
together.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
you want to
ball
zoom
game.
in on mine?
They curl
They're
like when you
different.
have straight hair. They stick up.
Yes.
No,
when they
mine
have-
feels like we call it pipe cleaner.
coarse.
They don't.
Yeah.
They
I'm
don't
like-
fall in line.
And it's
Mhm.
always where it's visible.
Yep.
Why can't it be in the back?
And then-
in the middle
Yeah,
somewhere.
the
tucked
edge.
in.
Like right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I have
knows
mine
that
on the
mine are
part.
here.
Yes.
Honestly,
Mine are
my
my
part.
part too. And then I'd
I
be in the
found
mirror
them.
trying to pull them, and then
Don't.
and then look.
She said, "Don't."
Wait, is that
And
another myth?
Is that an
Because that hole, that pore is dead. Like it's not gonna grow pigmented hair once you pluck it out. It's all gonna. That
It's gonna
hole
be-
is
it's still gonna
gray.
be gray.
That hole is
It
gray.
doesn't
But
matter.
it
I don't
doesn't.
wanna
It doesn't
see
make
it.
it grow more, right?
No.
Because that's what my girls were saying.
But you're not
You can make it
eliminating
grow
it.
more.
Yeah, it's
like,
that hole is gonna grow gray. It's done. It's
Well,
not gonna grow brown.
I don't think that
I
I'm.
don't wanna see
It's
it.
not gonna be.
I'm so trying.
It's not gonna be.
I
Brown
don't think
tomorrow.
I'm pulling it for that reason. I think
no.
I'm pulling the. I think I'm pulling the gray because it's sticking out, saying
Yes.
hello.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
here.
out of the
But-
pattern.
But Neil would scream, 3 more are gonna grow, and I was
That's what
like,
he used to
it's
say.
not.
Yeah.
The heebie-jeebies. It's just the gray hair. She's
No.
like it's not spreading.
No, but that whole hair is gray now.
That's
Like
it.
it don't
No
matter
matter
what.
what.
You pull it,
It's
it's
coming
going
back gray.
gray.
All right, I'm gonna ask. So when you do gray hair on the curtains, does the carpet go gray too?
I don't think so.
Yes.
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 No, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not great.
Yes.
It
Yes.
I was like, I got 4 here, so I don't know if 4 are
Yes.
down there.
The answer is
She
yes.
said, make me a bird so I can fly
Shut
far,
up.
far away.
Seems like no.
The
I'm
answer
just
is
saying.
yes.
The
Oh,
carpet.
it
I mean, the
is.
curtains is
Okay.
still gonna match the carpet, right? At some point, I think.
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get
Let me
older.
go check.
Oh my
The
god.
answer is
I'm
yes.
glad to end this
She's like,
shit.
end this shit right now. Boop, done.
It's
I
the
should go
one
ask the
man in the
doctor.
room, and we're trying
Sorry.
to
Make him
run
blush.
him out.
Sorry.
We're
You guys
preparing
won't be
you.
able to hear us next week because we have shamed Tay into
He put
this.
his headphones on.
You know
Listen,
the name, yeah. Hold on.
this now milk chocolate man. It looks like he is turning.
He's done.
He's peak right now.
He's just
Poor
shaking his
guy.
head.
Poor baby.
Poor guy.
Sorry, Tay.
Sorry, Jay. So, curly, wavy hair or more coarse hair harder to dye?
Oh, Lord.
Mm-mm. Not to me. Not to me. No. You touch it up the same way.
Or lifting?
What do you mean, like highlighted?
Or
Or
just
take-
taking it to another color?
Not to me.
Okay.
I don't know if that's for
You're
any
good
other
at your
time.
job.
Yeah, because I'm
You're
like,
good
I've
at your
done it the
craft.
whole time, so I don't feel like that. Now, if you tell me your hair history that you have like a relaxer on it or something, we're talking different. We're not going to be coloring your hair.
Fry it.
It's
right?
going to fall down to the ground. We're not
Yeah.
gonna- I need to know hair history
Uh-huh.
before we're putting any colors on your hair.
I think
So,
a lot of people forget that.
yeah, we
hair
need to know
history.
like a
Yeah.
year of history. Like these
Mm.
girls that think they have black hair and they're going to be silver gray today. Yeah, right. It's got to go through the whole color chart. So it's going to be red. It's going to be
Yeah.
orange. It's going to be yellow.
Oh,
It's going to
interesting.
take time. And you put box color black on there. Hell no. You are not going out of here blonde today. That is the, I'm like, you do not have to dye your hair black.
Mhm.
Dark brown looks black to the
Mhm.
eye.
Mhm.
You do not need to look like that costume black hair color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
wigs. Like that is
Yeah,
crazy
that's
to
too
me.
dark.
Would you caution dyeing at home? Like, I think everybody, I mean, I know I tried in my 20s to do my own dye. I thought
Mhm.
that was
Me
probably,
too.
and I would, inevitably, no matter what, I would get this reddish brown color.
Always. Everyone feels warm.
Always.
Right.
Dang.
And, is black people blonde? Is what I used to say. It's like,
Yeah.
yep, I got my black people blonde, babe. You can't tell me
Mhm.
nothing. Because I can do it.
I used to get what was the box color?
Sun-
Chestnut
chestnut
blonde.
I was gonna
or
say
honey blonde?
sunlit brown
Yeah.
and blonde is beige
Yeah.
gave
It
the
was all
chestnut.
something chestnut,
'Cause-
honey. It was chestnut or
Or
honey.
honey.
It was
Yeah.
always one of those.
And well, it's probably the same damn color. They just
Mhm.
changed the name, and you mix the two,
And boom.
and that's what you got.
I mean, I have
thought I
used
was
box
T-box.
color before, but I would never suggest that. It has
Yeah.
like whatever they put in there has to sit on the shelf forever.
Mm.
Oh.
And there's different developers in peroxide. You don't need 40 volume on your hair. You might only need this. They're all made to sit on that shelf forever. So I'm like, I don't want to burn your hair off. I don't want to burn your hair off.
And what I'm putting in mine is going to be the same thing she puts in hers. And,
Right,
And
and
that can't
that,
be,
you might
that
not
can't
need
be
that,
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I
man.
can't use 40 volume on fine hair.
I
Like
did not
no,
think of that.
no.
Either did I. I just got whatever the lady told me at Sally's.
Sally's.
I
This
mean,
one's on
like,
sale. Go ahead and get
Mine
this one.
wasn't even
Okay.
Sally's.
Like this
Yeah.
one will look good
Corner
on you. Try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, and you're not professional? Are you leaving home for like an hour, 2 hours? What are you doing?
I think again.
Yeah, like calm down.
Yeah. No.
Well, and then I like people that do use box color and they use that same color forever. They want to run it through their hair every time. You don't have to. Root touch up. Like, why are you running it down here? This
Oh,
is
Lord.
already the color. We don't
Frying
need to
it up.
refresh this. You about to run 40 volume back down on here? Sizzle, sizzle.
She said sizzle, sizzle.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was
it
like,
is.
no. And then you're like, why is it crunchy right here? Cut that off.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Not
That's a little rough.
That could be bad.
So, you know what I just do? I have to talk while we're talking about the color. Nia wanted this blonde streak. I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was like, no, I didn't do it. No,
Like,
because
okay,
her hair
got
is it's way too dark and
She got
it's,
thick hair.
she's thick hair. I just wasn't messing with it, and I was like a little bit irritated, and then whatever. We went and looked through all those pictures,
Mhm.
and damn it, if I didn't have the damn same blonde streak. That's the ugly picture that Sean has on his phone that you guys were laughing at the other day with the middle school hair,
Yeah.
the bob.
What's-
That one.
It's cute.
Trends keep coming back.
Yep,
Mhm.
they sure do.
So when I was young and dinosaurs did not roam the earth, I can remember the first time that I really cut my hair because I always had like hair, and I cut it.
To the bottom.
I cut an asymmetrical bob, and I walked out of my bathroom, and my mom's eyes welled up with tears.
What'd you
And the
do?
only thing she could say was, "A woman's hair is her glory."
It is.
Mm.
And of course, we had to go to the salon to get it fixed. But the daggone achy breaky heart hairdo is back. Have you seen that?
The mullet?
The
Yeah,
mullet
the
is
boys.
back.
My son
Yes.
had that a couple years ago.
One of
Mullet
Eric's
is back.
classmates.
Mhm.
It's so bad. I was like, he is a straight country
Do
star.
you think our asymmetrical is gonna come back?
You never know.
I felt like it kind of came.
Somebody
and
gonna
then
bring it back.
I
Someone
think
will.
it. We had like the
Hey,
high back. and-
Hot.
Yes.
I had that.
I see a lot of square bobs, not this
Mhm.
like real.
Boom, boom.
Edna Mold.
Yeah, like a couple girls at my salon are really like,
Oh, they're doing the Edna.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm like, okay, like,
TLC
I could
cuts
do
back.
that.
T-buns.
T-buns.
Mhm.
But then I see
I
my
have
niece with these 2 little pieces
Yeah.
and
And then
this.
the
It is
pants.
a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
she's
back.
9.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Nia
like,
just
look
did
at her.
finger waves because she got
Yes.
those
Yes.
from your last haircut. She
Mhm.
did them and she looked so
I
stinking
had those.
cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked so
Yeah.
good on her.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I can remember us like wrapping our hair so tight
Mhm.
to get
she
that.
keeps it.
Yeah, but
for
she's
a
in
couple
that,
years.
that brown gel.
Yeah,
Pro
the
style.
brown gel pro style.
Felt like I had a
They
helmet
still
on.
have-
Yeah.
To your head.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about sweat.
That's so
Mhm.
funny.
I think I remember I came home one day and Michael done shaved Autumn's hair. Did I tell you? Do you remember?
No.
So she had. Remember when Willow Smith had that? I whipped my hair back and forth.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then
it was
she
like
cut all
shaved
her
on the
hair
side. I came home from work. I was like,
Did you ask me?
oh, okay. That's what
No.
we're doing today.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
all her hair shaved this,
Mhm.
and she just had braids on the top, like long
Mhm.
braids.
No.
It all grew back, obviously.
But it looked
But
cute.
that's what
But
she
it was
wanted.
cute.
But I'm
I
like,
liked
she's
it.
a child. Like she's
Oh yeah, no, Sean
She's still
learned
wearing
that
bows.
real
10.
early.
Don't touch
And
their
dog, you better wait
Yep.
till I come home. He
We
was
gotta
like, but
ask.
there was gum. I said, I don't care if it's
Just leave it in there.
I-
I was like,
I don't care if a meteorite is stuck in her head. You wait till I get home.
Yeah, that is a
God.
whole
I had some
discussion.
damn like the scissors from the kitchen, you know, like the one you can cut meat with and
Yeah.
cut my baby's hair.
Oh
and he
my
wanted to
God.
show it to me. Don't show me.
nothing. Do it.
I could
She
not
don't live with the governor.
Yep.
I was like, look, there's peanut butter. That I was telling them there's
Yes.
all kinds of stuff to get the gum out of the hair. Like, do not
Mhm.
man solve hair problems.
Please.
I just
On
let
our
him
poor
do
little
it.
daughter.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
she was
hilarious.
fine. It grew back at this point. But now we have a thing. I take care of Autumn's hair. Well, she's a young lady now, so she does her own thing. But he's in charge of the boys' hair. So that's what
Don't
we
come over
kinda-
here with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
listen, I didn't know that we
Yeah.
really had to have that conversation. The man is bald. I thought,
Right.
given
You
the
don't have
fact
no hair.
that you have no hair, why
Mhm.
would you jump on this side of the
Yes.
street?
You
I'm
don't
just
qualify
like,
for that.
thank you. Make
You don't
sure
got
that
2
you
strands.
qualify. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
Trevor.
understand that one.
When Trev was like 1, and one because I was pregnant with Ava, about to have her. I went to my last hair appointment, walk in the door, and he had shaved Trev's hair, and I cried.
All off?
Why
yeah,
would
for
you
the
shave
summer.
it?
Why wouldn't you just shave it? He's gonna be hot. He's 1. I was like,
Oh my
baby.
No way.
But that's another thing that parents sometimes do for
Start
boys.
fresh.
I've
Do you know-
seen.
But
they
you know
shave
what?
their
No.
heads.
Also,
That
in
is
certain
real.
cultures,
Mhm.
That
It's
grows
get-
faster. And it gets-
in Filipino culture, the first birthday, part of the birthday party, they shave the head.
because it's gonna grow back thicker.
Thicker.
All the baby hair off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Aw.
She said, whatever.
So that's true.
They say that's
No,
true.
no, you
I
said
don't
they.
know. They say.
I need to know what
Have
you know.
seen
I
it?
as a
don't-
Does it
I
professional.
work? Does it work?
I don't.
You haven't seen.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Let's try it with Ryan. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You don't
I'm
just
just
get
kidding.
baby hair off.
She's like, my heart.
Well, it's that baby hair. That's gonna
Yeah.
come
It's
off
thin.
anyways.
Yeah.
That's not the real
I
hair
feel like they
yet.
naturally shed anyways. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be
I feel
bald
like
in a
all
minute.
of my kids
We're bald in a minute.
at some point in time
Yeah.
during their infancy, that
Yeah.
first year,
Yeah.
and I think everybody except for Ash had hair, like
Mhm.
because I had so much indigestion, had hair, and then ended up having no hair. at
Yeah,
some
it
point.
shuts off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no need to put clippers to my baby
No.
whose
Right.
head has not closed completely.
Right.
Don't.
On that soft
Touch
spot.
it.
Oh no. Traumatizing with the clippers. They're
No.
like, ah. No, I don't get it. Don't do it.
I want to close with some fun facts. Tell us something fun about our hair that we should know.
Like I said, all the hair visible, that's dead.
That's
That's
it throwing me.
That
Yeah.
is dead. And it is true that hair grows in warmer weather.
Ah.
Yes. What else?
It's even more reason for me to move near a beach.
There we go.
Well, we're like hella hot.
Just-
So our hair should be
My
down to here this
humidity-
summer.
Except the
No, I'm just
humidity would have
kidding.
my hair.
I'll say my curls when I was away in college in Louisiana, my curls were so much more defined.
Mm.
I didn't feel
Humid there?
Mhm.
it's super humid. And I think that's where my fear of my hair, because it got so big.
Mhm.
So I
The
would
big?
always feel
It
like I
just
needed
feels big. Mine
to
was
like
like
pull
that
it back
too.
or do something with it. It was never just out like this.
Mhm.
Never
You don't
would
like
I
your
ever
hair,
rock.
Chum?
You know what?
Yours
as
looks
I
good,
got
too.
older, I become more confident, and I feel more confident with my curls. But it was a process.
I'm like, the bigger the better.
It was a process because
That's
too,
'cause you don't have it.
you
I
need a
know.
chemistry degree with curly hair.
Yeah.
You really do, because you have to
Right.
mix this product with this product. You need to do, and sometimes the whole line doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you don't have a chemistry degree,
Mm-hmm.
do not mess around with curly
Mhm.
hair. You have to, you know,
I mean, it's a process
to
just to
scrunch
dry it, let
it
it sit, then dry it some more, then let it
Yep.
put more product. It's a whole
and I don't.
process.
What I hate with curly hair too is that I don't want it to be too crunchy, and I don't want it.
Yes.
I don't want it to not move. I can remember when one time I did do a perm in my hair for a little bit because my mom was like, "This too much," and I had my hair in my ponytail, and I put my head down, and my ponytail moved in the straight line as my head. So I was like,
so
"Yeah, I know my hair has to move."
Yeah.
And so, and of course, a young man, because he thought it was his duty to make sure to tell me in the whole room that my ponytail wasn't moving. It looked like a dog tail. You know, so those are those things in middle school you just have to remember. And so all of those little things, I think, also lead you to where you're most comfortable. So I always ran from my curly hair
Yeah.
because I just didn't feel like I was good at it. So I feel like the opposite. I just said, like, don't do it if you don't have a chemistry degree, but you need to figure out what your hair works. And I think I didn't have the patience or the confidence to do it until now, because now I have a curly hair I have curly hair babies that I need to be confident.
Yeah.
And all of their hair is totally different, right? So we try different things out on them to make sure that they have, you know, confidence in doing that. So yes, I think that the chemistry degree, and to also walk into a salon knowing that y'all don't know everything. You're trying to figure out our hair just like we are.
I watched this girl that used to sit across from me. It's like the only black girl in our salon, and I would just ask her 1,001 questions all the time. Like
Learning.
all of her clients. I'm like, what's that product you're doing? What's that? You know, they're all coming in for a blowout and like straight, trim, whatever. I'm like, what is that? What is that? What is that? What are you doing?
I just love that you do my hair,
Yeah.
Ria's hair so well. I mean, I can remember the first time you were going to do Nia's hair. She was like, "Mommy, can she do black hair?" Because I just thought I was like, I can't. And I was like, "Look." She's like, "And I'm gonna trust her to cut it." Like I was like, "I'm telling you, you're gonna be good. Like you're gonna go out of there happy." She couldn't get in the house good.
Yeah.
She came in. She's like, "Mama, look, look." And I think we had about 12 TikToks that day.
Oh, that's what I said. I was like, I know she's gonna go home with like TikTok, Instagram reels.
She was so happy. So I also think that there's something to be said that you sat down and wanted to learn.
Oh, heck.
Because most people, what I have found is like
Shy
I was even scared to walk into your salon, honestly, because it just didn't seem like it was for me. If that makes sense, does that make sense?
I feel like only me and one other girl do black girl hair.
But I think that that's also a sign of very segregated. It's still a very segregated profession or process. You know what I mean? Like this is just not. That's not where we belong.
I have a girl that asks me all the time with like, you guys coming in, black girls sitting in my chair. How do you do that? And I'm like, this ain't how you cut the other hair.
It's hair.
I'm like, but when I first did your hair, I was like, are you going to come in straight in? Like, I got nervous. It's my first time doing your hair. I'm like, are you going to come straight in and I'm going to trim? I could blow out her hair without straightening. But then her daughter's hair, I have to use the blow dryer with the thing on the end. And run it out. It's different. It's thicker. It's curlier. So I'm like, it's just calm down. Everyone's like, do you know what you're doing? Yeah. Calm down. You can get out of here with straight hair. You're gonna get out. You're gonna be good. Yeah,
I love that though. I love because it wasn't necessarily that what you walked out of school with though.
Not at all.
It was a community that taught you.
Yep. I very few in school, and then outside is when I was like asking all those that girl a million questions with product, this, that. Yeah.
And before we close out, what do you recommend when people are coming in to get their hair done?
Okay, I'm always a leave-in conditioner, always, because that's going to detangle. And most of like I use Mazzani. It's a 25 benefit milk spray, like so it's like going to be protected over 450 degree heat, anti-frizz, detangle, so many benefits using that. But then like thicker, curlier hair, I would run oil while it's wet and after it's straightened just to give it shine. I would do that. Like if you're doing my curly hair, I wouldn't use hairspray, but there's texture spray to make it look beachy and wavy. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's not stiff and stuck like hairspray.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that.
What about brand new person? Like brand new person, they're coming in. What should they ask their stylist? They've never been to that stylist before.
Like ask like stuff. Well,
If I'm going to a brand new person, what should I ask that brand new stylist?
you always want to ask what products they use.
Okay.
Always. Because I need to get you to take home or learn what you're going to do at home. Make it easier at home for you.
Okay.
The way you wear it curly or straight.
Okay.
So you need to ask all about that. What else? I'm not sure what else, but more about like the product. So it could be how am I going to do your hair for you to do at home?
Okay.
So I'm gonna, you need to learn how to do it at home too. So I'm not gonna make it like this like a science project. You need to be able to do this at home also.
Okay.
So
I love that.
yeah, so it's a lot about product and whatever. What am I gonna do if it's curly? What am I gonna do? How can I straighten this and da 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 da? You're not gonna do it exactly like me because you're not back here, but you're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Well, that concludes. We hope that something we said inspired you or you learned something new. But we just want to make sure that you know that we do not take your time lightly. We know that your time, me time, without kids, without hubby, without this and that is really precious. So we're just so grateful for you guys. So until next time, wear my gym friends. See you later.
Bye.